All right, to the money desk now. Rofhiwa Madzena is in studio. So Rofhiwa's coming to us with bad news. I was telling her while we were off air, I really don't like this period of the year when it's time for the repo rate, Rofhiwa. But I guess the Reserve Bank has no choice but to probably hike it again this time.
That's right, Masakho. It is bad news for homeowners, those who have cars and loans alike. The South African Reserve Bank unfortunately has to curb inflation, and the Policy Committee is meeting this week, and they will be deciding on the interest rates for the final quarter of this year. Now, the repo rate is widely expected to go up, but economists and analysts are wondering how aggressive will the central bank be when curbing inflation. So where are we sitting at the moment, and what are we expecting to see? Well, let's take a closer look at that. So we saw that in September, the repo rate was increased to 6.25%, which means that the prime lending rate, which is the base rate that the bank will give you, plus whatever they add, went up to 9.75%. So let's take a look at another component now in terms of what we've seen in terms of the trend since November 2021, when the Reserve Bank was curbing the economic implications of COVID-19. When we were in the worst of it, they dropped interest rates to the lowest we've ever seen, to 3.75. And then as the economy started to recover from the pits of the pandemic, we saw them on their hiking cycle. This is obviously a global trend. We're seeing the United States, the United Kingdom and other European states are taking the same route to where we're currently at 6.25%. Now, I must say, some economists are anticipating that the Reserve Bank will go for a 75 basis points increase, while others say that it has to be more aggressive and go for 100 basis points. That, of course, would mean that we wouldn't be seeing hikes until the end of 2023. In fact, the hiking cycle may end sooner than the end of next year if they are as aggressive as 100 basis points. So what does it mean if you own a home that you bought for about R1,000,000? Well, in July this year, you were paying at a rate of 9%. If the bank was really, really kind and gave you the prime lending rate, you're paying around 8,997 Rand per month on your bond repayment over the next 20 years. And then, of course, after the governor spoke in the last MPC meeting, and that was in September, interest rates increased by 75 basis points, and now you're currently paying for 9,485 Rand. That is quite the increase. And based on what we are hearing from the different economists as well as analysts, the SARB will probably be increasing at the same rate as it did in September. And that is the broad picture of what we're seeing when it comes to the interest rate hiking cycle, and really just the direction that will be taken by the Reserve Bank on Thursday. Of course, they are talking throughout the course of the next 3 days.